Just popping in to say that there is a... Ooh, there's a boat over there. There's a boat over there, isn't there? There's a small boat. We're popping in to say that there is a shop update on April 18th at 10 a.m. If you're interested, the best thing you can do right now is sign up for the newsletter, which gives you access to the preview, which is coming on a few days before. So in the preview, you get to see what is in the collection and how much it is, if it's a second, if it's a first, so if it's cheaper or if it's not as cheap. He's really interested in this boat. And I look forward to seeing you all in the sale. Chill out, chill out. I look forward to seeing you guys in the sale on April 18th. Okay, bye. Kumanai here, reporting for duty for today's intro. I actually am in the process of editing this video right now, and I'm also cooking at the same time, which is why I have this apron on. But I realized that I did not shoot an intro about, you know, the failure of the projects. I wouldn't say it's like a failure necessarily. It's definitely just, you know, being humbled by clay, which happens every week anyways. So this is just like super unfortunate because I basically had finished the piece. Like I went through all the steps, I underglazed it, I was basically ready to bisque fire it, and then it just failed. I'm not gonna lie, it was, I think, a pretty tough day for me. I think you can see in the video that I looked pretty defeated, and I was, because I had done all this already and it just went for nothing essentially. But it's okay. It's not really okay, but it's okay because you can always make it better the second time around, better and faster. And also, like, you know, you can't get attached to things when you do pottery, and I know that, but it's just like, it's tough to swallow. It's tough to swallow. Please enjoy the video anyways. It is, I think, still pretty interesting to watch, especially because I recorded the whole thing and I saw the exact moment that it cracked, and I didn't notice it for like, you know, 10 minutes afterwards. So that was not great. I still did glaze a piece of it because I wanted to use it as like an underglaze test with the glaze I had intended. So I guess like that's the only silver lining, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my God. Okay. Please enjoy and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you haven't already. I post like the final photos of everything that I make over there, as well as clips from these videos, and sometimes some occasional stories of like upcoming stuff that I'm working on that I don't necessarily put in the videos. So please check me out there. Okay. All right. One of my commissions this series is a cute little trinket tray, a larger trinket tray, with some penguins in it. So I sent over this image. I'll throw it up on the screen, which is a Nat Geo image. And I proposed kind of like this sort of vibe as the inside of the trinket dish. And that is what that's what we're working on today. I have the trinket dish. It looks much bigger than it was 9 inches thrown. So that means it'll be under 8 inches. So probably like 7 3/4 diameter when it's done. Basically, I have my actual dimensions, my thrown dimensions, a quick little cross section, and then an overhead like plan view sketch of it, like the layout. My goal is to have like some kind of open water area in the ice, and then have a little baby penguin sliding on its tummy into that open water, and 2 parents kind of watching over them because it's for a family. So I think that'll turn out really nice. And then on the outside, I will be adding these, the fluted texture that I typically do. I don't really do a lot of slab work, to be honest. Probably should. A lot of people have asked me if the UFO planters are done with slab work, like the rings, but they're not. They're thrown like a psycho. I think think I'll probably trace it first, right? That's probably a good idea. And I'm doing this pretty roughly because I'm gonna go in later and really clean it up with some tools and really carve like an archaeologist. Interestingly, some of the other sculptural things I've done are also animal related. One being the octopus that I made for one of my close friends' mom. I'll put a picture of it somewhere on the screen. Can you see the vision? Can you see it? It's there somewhere. I feel like I was just saying how it was nice and warm outside and now it's cold enough to want a hat. I also just don't want to wear bangs today, but we got 2 penguins on this ledge here, a hole in the ice with some icebergs, and then a little penguin on its tummy sliding towards the water. Until I was editing this video, I basically completely forgot that there was an earlier crack in the process that I ended up fixing. I really should have just stopped there, but obviously I didn't. But this is the first crack. The second crack later on in the video is really the main issue as to why it couldn't come to fruition. All right, so I just got to the studio. I'm scared to look at the penguin tray because I'm worried that the cracks have not survived their reattachment. Which means that I have to start over, and then the lead time is like extra delayed, and I don't want to do that. Basically, this whole section came off when it was like a very relatively dry leather hard. And then I picked it up probably a little too carelessly, and then this entire chunk fell off. But once I clean this up, I think it'll look pretty much back to normal. And for the rest of the snow on the ground, I think I'm gonna do a very like diluted blue. And then it's gonna be covered in a white glaze. The white glaze is slightly translucent so that maybe the blue can come through nicely, maybe, maybe not. Can't undo what I'm doing, can't undo what I'm doing. I promise you there's a vision behind this, okay? Now, I would like to play a game called How Long Will It Take Selena to Notice This Stupid Crack? Hello everyone. I took a break from the previous clip to this one. It seems like all big kind of ceramic projects that it does not want to cooperate and has thus failed. Let me talk about the big issues that I had. The base is too thick, and that means that the base is drying out a lot slower than the upper rim, right? And that's causing a lot of stress. And then when I had applied the underglaze, which does have a lot of water in it, and I was aware that that was gonna be a problem, but I was hoping that it would be okay. When I applied the underglaze, it cracked right down the middle. You can see actually that it cracked right where the underglaze is because the base still has a lot of moisture and the top has none, basically. Now, I'm really upset that this happened after I painted the fucking penguins, which takes me like 30 minutes to do. I'm just thinking because I spent so much time on the underglaze already, I'm just wondering if I should try and break this apart and throw like half of this away. I don't know what to do. Okay, let me try and break it apart. All right. So this is how the penguin dish turned out. I wouldn't say I'm glad that I did this as a glaze test, but I am glad that I did this as a glaze test because the blue came through the white very strongly, much more strongly than I expected. These little guys turned out nice. The baby turned out great. It's so cute. What a shame. What a shame. Truly, truly, thank you guys all so much for watching. You deserve a Kuma video for making it to the end. Keep making things. I'll see you guys next time, and I promise I will show you the final results of the penguin tray if and when it gets done. When it gets done. Okay, bye. Bye!